Hey everybody, Scott Walters, buckle up, strap in. I got a hard-hitting, pull no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows, no sunshine. I was going to give it to you and give it to you straight. We got a good one to unpackage today. Buckle up, strap in, hold on to your hats and your glasses as we blow the lid off the U.S. economy and the U.S. housing market. Why, you ask? Well, of course I'm going to tell you. Tied together, if we lose one, we lose the other. The real estate market is the biggest asset class in the world capable of delivering the knockout blow to the economy. And if the economy goes, well, it's just, of course, going to take everything along for the ride. So it's take your pick. It's throw the dart at the economic challenge map. We're hitting something currently threatening to do exactly that. So much to contend with. I continue as a report to kind of takes me back to 2008, which everybody, of course, wanted to try to measure this against. I think almost now we're to the point where like, wow, I think we'd be lucky to get out of this thing with 2008 issues. In 2008, the narratives were, the main one was, the housing market's too big to fail. The housing market's too big. That was the cheerleading that the industry gave in that one. But of course it failed in spectacular fashion until this bubble came along and eclipsed it. It was the biggest bubble on record yet. Sugarcoated it. I suffered from some of the Kool-Aid drinking in the last housing bubble and went in towards the top, not at the top. Too close for comfort, though. Did not enjoy my time in that bubble, I can tell you that. Don't regret it now because of what I've learned, but I'm certainly not going to go do it again expecting a different result. It's a definition of insanity. Whew. It's all right to make mistakes in life as long as you learn from them. My gosh, this stuff continues to be insane. But today we're going to take a look at an article sent from one of you, a subscriber. And if you're new, please subscribe. We'd love to have you. We're trying to be centered and surrounded with like-minded people where iron will sharpen iron, acknowledging the elephant in the room. So if and when this thing actually plays out, like we actually have a boom and a bust cycle, oh no, that couldn't happen. We've always had them. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you. Booms and busts, they've always cycled. So we just went through the biggest boom ever recorded in world history. Yet somebody, it's the whole too big to fail again narrative practically all over. But worse, we don't have simple subprime mortgages to contend with this time. No, we have massive issues, and it's all the birth pains now knocking at the door. So one of you sent this one in. I've seen somebody else, I think, reported on it, but I wanted to go ahead and bring it to light to our audience here of you amazing people. Love each and every one of you. Thank you for continuing to support the work here. And I'm doing my best to put you together with high-level agents, kick tires, test properties with offers, does it pencil out. We're doing a lot of good stuff here, and it's been a lot of fun. Very satisfying work, to say the least. I didn't know what I was getting into when I became a YouTuber by accident, but here we are. We're going to continue to forge on and push on. I want to thank each and every one of you that continues to help me do that. You know who you are, and like I said, this is one big community here. But the realities are now the elephant in the room, as the dust is now settling, and we're experiencing the blowback from the stimulus era, and we're about to pay the piper in a big way. Well, your bank, our bank, all our banks are at risk right now. We're all terrified. We're like, God, where do I put my money? Well, of course, we want to diversify, push it around, have wherever you feel safest, you know. But wouldn't want all your eggs in one basket. I like tangible assets, like with another YouTuber I watch. If you don't hold it, you don't own it. It's just digits on a screen. Truth is somewhere in the middle, my friends. Truth is somewhere in the middle. But the realities are this. The elephant in the room now, because of the stimulus era, remote working, lockdowns, courtesy, all that, we're not talking if it's not for the crisis. Of course, commercial real estate is really about to implode. And it was kind of like, it wasn't as glamorous or sexy of a topic as, I don't know, cash for keys, foreclosures, walk away from homes, those types of scenarios that are knocking on the door as well. But this has big implications because really what it spells, these commercial buildings that are sucking air in spectacular fashion, is bank failure. It all comes back to the banks are holding the paper on these buildings. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump over to today's article. Then we'll meet back here to wrap it up. Let's get started. Real estate giant Brookfield reportedly defaults on second major office portfolio this year. Here's why it matters. Brookfield Corp, one of the largest public real estate companies in the world, has defaulted on $161 million worth of office building mortgages, according to a report from Bloomberg. as office vacancy and interest rate hikes have contributed to a string of defaults this year and fueled concern of a commercial real estate debt crisis. Offices in major cities are still averaging at less than half pre-pandemic capacity, according to data from Castle Systems, which tracks key card swipes. Increasing debt default could be a major concern for small and regional banks, which hold roughly 67% of all commercial real estate loans, according to Federal Reserve data, as $1.5 trillion in commercial real estate debt is set to mature over the next 2 years, according to Morgan Stanley. Small banks could face risk of collapse if a large portion of these debts are defaulted on. Okay, I think we get it. It's not all rainbows and sunshine. Let's get back to the studio so we can wrap this one up. All right, friends, welcome back. So there you go. That is just a report, and thank you to the subscriber that sent that in, of what we're contending with now. This is not looking good, and that is a big elephant in the room. Listen, friends, this is massive. This is massive. And I know it's funny. There's no problem until there is. Like, most of us are asleep at the wheel. Okay, another economic report of something that's threatening the economy. It's like at this point we've become numb. That's why before we cut to the article, I was talking about, man, I think we'd almost be lucky if we only had a 2008 subprime mortgage issue that caught. This is worse. I remember when we first started reporting, I'd always be like, all the rainbows and sunshine people, remember them? Remember them? Where are they, by the way? Oh, no crash risk here. You better get into these markets now. Oh, I'm like, this isn't going to be like 2008. I'm like, you're right. It won't. It's going to be worse. Basic fundamental. We've always said that. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this stuff out. Bigger bubble, bigger blowback. What goes up must come down. You overheat the biggest asset class in the world, the U.S. real estate market, where most people build their wealth, over 90%. You overheat that asset class, you're flirting with disaster. That's why this is becoming so very important to be awake right about now. You know how we talk about cash for keys and walking away from homes? This is what's happening right now. This is what's happening in commercial. This isn't just walking away from a $200,000 house. This is walking away from a $200 million behemoth office building. And there's no hope for these office buildings. Why? Well, it's multi-layered, of course. But number one, tenants are not moving in. The jobs sector that's getting hit right now are the ones who are drunk on stimulus that grew in the euphoria of the stimulus era, the casino climate, the zombie companies, the companies trading on the NASDAQ above their earnings report. Those are the people in trouble. But it gets better or worse, depending on how you're looking at it. They're not moving back in. They are not moving back in. The people holding the paper on these, their loans are coming due. That's what happens in the commercial climate. You don't lock in 30-year fixed rate mortgages. Nice cushy little mortgage. No, they're all extremely interest rate sensitive. You have to refinance all the time on commercial. These things rarely ever get paid off. There's always debt on these buildings. You're always carrying debt on these buildings. They rarely ever get paid off because the cost to carry is so astronomical. Final thoughts. I come to you as a friend, as a content creator. Somebody wants to see you not only win in real estate, win in life. Understanding the biggest artificially created housing bubble ever produced in history is having its blowback. It's reaching into commercial first. It's going to lead the charge. We look today at an article communicating that to us. Please be awake right now. Understanding the waters we're swimming in. Shark infested. If you halfway expect this, you're going to be able to operate much more efficiently within it. We need to let the dust settle, the chips fall where they may. It's going to get interesting out there, and I'm going to be here to blow the lid off it every step of the way, because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Social media links in the description of this video if you'd like to contact me there, along with links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy. If you need help buying or selling real estate here in America, I have the biggest network of top-rated agents in the nation ready to assist you. It'd be our honor and our privilege to do so. Email in the description for you as well. Also, if you're watching from your television set today and you enjoyed this video, I know you're going to love the next video, and there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Please go make it count today. I'll see you on the next video.